What's up, y'all? It's Leem from the Kings Cafe, and you are now rocking with Opposing Perspectives Podcast. Let's get it.
Like party down.
Then we getting it started. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely. Bro. We about to have a really nice episode.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another dope one. For real.
Yeah.
But before we start off, Lane, what's your favorite OPP episode?
I'm gonna have to say this one right here.
Hey, good answer.
It has his favorite co-host female.
Ah, right. Co-host of the year.
Yeah.
Female co-host of the year.
Her hair is the colors of King's Cafe. That's our.
Facts.
That's how we market.
Yep.
We market
Represent.
that color exactly.
Yup, that is the color.
We use that color to market.
What is it about that color?
I don't know, man. It was just a color that we stuck to. I just felt as though orange stands out, right?
Pops.
It gives a lot of attention, and then the gray just falls in the background. So we use orange and gray. So now we've been using and sticking to them colors so much that every time somebody sees something they think I should have.
So you branded yourself, right?
I really branded myself through colors.
So when I tell these people wear OPP shirts, you understand.
Understand.
I appreciate that, man.
Understand.
It's orange right there. That's all I
Hold
wanted.
on. Oh, you appreciate? You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yo, I got him out of polo.
I don't know how you did that. I wore my polo today.
See, that's
for him.
Listen, but don't get it twisted. You know the jeans low, the watch. You know what I mean? Even the horses you don't see.
We're gonna have some OPP jeans soon.
Hey.
Coming up.
Make sure it says it on the booty.
Yeah, I'm not wearing those.
Yeah.
I'm like so I can wear it with my pink.
Oh yeah, you good.
Why did you go with orange? Like, why did you pick orange?
It's funny because that's kind of the reason.
Because it's stand
I went through such a bad thing, like a negative space for like so many years, and it was like I want to be different. I want to stand out. This is an orange that nobody else is really bold enough to wear.
Right.
And it's like when I walk in the room, you wanna know who I am. So
yes. And who are you?
I am the #1 female co-host. I am going to be your favorite co-host.
All right. 2 underscores.
I am 2 underscores. Tasha Lee.
Next year, she's gonna be 4 underscores.
It's gonna be underscore in the
down.
front, underscore in the back.
But listen,
I'm gonna
we got another depth.
I'm gonna drop down the one, and you're gonna take the other one, rightfully as my podcast as well.
Oh snap!
Let's get back to business.
Yes. So we got a dope episode. We got a dope guest. Before we introduce him, let's welcome Opposing Perspectives
Podcast.
I'm your host, Adele.
And I'm your boy, James, a.k.a. Ralph's favorite, in the building with no logo on right here. That's fine.
And we have...
I am Tasha Lee.
In the building.
Hey, you can find us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, IG, at Opposing Perspectives Podcast. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Please tune in.
Facts. So listen, want to introduce our guests. You know what I mean? Philly in the building.
Philly definitely in the building.
Yeah. All right. Know that. We got love for South Jersey, but Philly in the building. All right. Everywhere we go, Philly in this bitch.
But they in South Jersey. Let's go.
That's okay.
I fucks with South Jersey.
Definitely.
I'm gonna give him a
I gotta get back across the
I'm
bridge.
gonna give him a chance because he's very nice.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have, this man is a father. You know what I'm saying? He is a business owner. All right. He is also a fitness guru. You know what I mean? And he's a staple in this community. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out my man Leem and thank him for coming to the episode.
Oh man, appreciate that, man. It's love. It's Definitely love, man.
I know those few words didn't do you justice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just let them know, and let's get right into it, man.
Oh man, that's
Who is
gratitude.
Leem?
I'm grateful for any of your kind words, man.
Right.
That's the tip, and that's the mission that I'm on. Just gratitude, right?
Damn.
The next thing will come once I'm appreciative for what I have, right?
So,
That's always key. Man, I like you didn't explain it all, right? We can go right into the questions, right? We can go right into the questions, but no, I'm Leem, man. I'm a health and wellness coach with Herbal Life Nutrition, right? That provided a business opportunity for me because I was just working on myself, getting in great shape, feeling good, smiling in pictures more, right? And that created a business opportunity for me, man. People started buying into that. They started buying into my happiness. They started buying into my wellness because of those things. And that created a business opportunity for me in the health and wellness industry. And I mean, I come from the old times, the old family of, you know what I mean? You want to make more money, get another job, get another hustle, worry about your pension, worry about your retirement, worry about your benefits. That type of thing, right?
So you want security.
So residual income, I knew nothing about it. Coming up in my community, I really knew nothing about residual income.
What part of the city you from?
I'm from Philly, Nicetown, right?
Okay.
Nicetown, right outside of North Philly, Germantown, all in the mix right there, right? Nicetown, throw the town up, right?
I know about criminals.
Throw the town up, right?
Listen, you from the city that, you know what I mean, certain, you know what I mean, where I'm
got
from.
A, B, C, D, C.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm from, you know what I mean?
He's a gangster.
No, you from Wadsworth, you throwing it down.
Yeah.
You know how I go.
There's too many alphabet letters for me.
But nah. Leem, I do want to ask you, you know what I mean? Because you're a business owner, you talked about residual income is not something that you knew about. What was it that made you say at one point, you know what, I gotta go into business for myself?
I always like to say it was 3 instances for me, right? So, and it had to do with my kids, right? So one instance, right? My kids, I was in the shower one day. I jump out the shower, right? I had like $30 in ones on the dresser, right? So when I get out the shower, I come in the room, they throwing the money on the bed like, Dad, we rich. We going to Disney World, blah, blah, so forth and so on. I'm looking and I'm like, all right. But that get me present that they not present on the value of $1, right? And then there was another instance when they came to me, right? And they was like, Dad, we want you to go on our field trip. And before I could say one word, they was like, oh, you probably got to work. And that hit me so hard. Like those little words coming from those little people, like that's what they know, right? They didn't know the value of $1. They seen the $30 and they was like, we rich, we balling, we gonna buy whatever we see, right? In sight with the cash, right? But that instance right there, they understand the value of time, right? They said, we know you probably gotta work, because that's who I was. I was the financial dad at the time, right? And I would squeeze them in. Anything financially they wanted, in a heartbeat.
Gotcha.
Right? It was right there in a heartbeat. But I remember in instances telling them, no, I gotta work. I probably can't take you to Chuck E. Cheese, I gotta work. Or I probably can't go on this field trip this time, I gotta work, right? So they remember in that instance that hit me so hard that it brought me to a realization of, oh, because I'm thinking I'm doing everything. I'm the man. Like I'm thinking I'm doing everything. I'm thinking I'm the man because of the things that I was doing financially. Like they mom would call me about, hey, listen, I'm sending astronaut school. Cool. I'm gonna buy the spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I was on go financially for them. But the time I rejected a lot of time because I thought I had to work hours to make money. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing switched up for me. Just, you know what I mean? Just taking care of myself. Like all of that switched up for me. Just being able to take care of myself and for people to start offering me an income, right? To help them feel better, look better, get healthier. You know what I mean? And they would step into me with money. Like, listen.
Like real money.
Yeah, like real money. Like I see what you doing. I can't do all that jumping around you doing right at this moment. But I see that you take the Herbalife nutrition, and we know it's been around since 1980, right?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
It's been around since 1980. I didn't even know.
Like 10 years ago.
I thought it was something new. I really thought it was something new. And for that to be like, they offered me money, 3 of my friends, at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was a party and club promoter. So I'm in the party, I'm sliding. You know how you slide through the party and people grabbing your waist and they like, oh, all right, that little thing you doing working, right? I got a lot of that. Oh, all right, okay. That little thing you doing working. And I'm like, all right, cool, right? I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I ain't taking it personal. But 3 of my friends, older guys, they was like, we know the Herbalife been around. And they was like, what we need to do. So I'm telling them how to take the products because I wasn't even signed up as a distributor. Right. And what happened was, he like, nah, like what we need, like $180, $190 a piece. Ding dong. I'm like, uh-oh. All right, okay, yeah. Right? Yep. I don't know, but I'm like, yeah, right? I'm just taking the product. I'm a hustler, you know what I mean? And when you offer me cash and I know I can get it, and it's an opportunity, I'm like, because I was just going to take the cash and just give it to somebody else that was already signed up, that was getting the products for me. Wow. So he handed me the $190, $80. I don't remember exactly what it was at the time, but he handed me the $180, $90. So I looked at it, I folded it, I put it in my pocket, and he tapped me on the back and he said, yo, they gonna do it with me. And handed me another $360, $380 or whatever it was at the time, right? So I'm standing there with almost $600 in my hand. I'm like, dang. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm fried. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm like, I need to find out what this business opportunity is about. Right, like there's a possibility that some of this money is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done a bunch of those things and I was like, I ain't never make no money. Like, you know what I mean? I get those multi-level marketing things. I'm like, man, I done signed people up. I done did this. I done did that. Like, where my check coming? Right? I did it for months, like 10 toes down. Right? So I'm like, let me just find out. So I called the girl that I knew for over 20 years. I brought her around, but she signed up before me. She was like, I'm signing up. I'm getting my products for a discount. Like the smart way.
Right.
I go to her house at 1 o'clock in the morning, bang on her door, sign up, get their products, order their products, get something for myself, and use their money to sign up. And I made $182 profit.
Damn.
And I was like, that's it? She was like, that's it.
That's what's up.
She was like, that's the business. And I was like,
hold up.
Like, what I gotta invest this money into, man? You know, like, what I gotta invest? Like, I gotta buy something else. Like, what I gotta do with this cash, right?
Yeah, like it's a catch.
Yeah, I'm like, it's gotta be a catch, but it wasn't never a catch, man. That was 10 years ago. Like, I've never made under $2,500 doing this business, man. Just helping people. But it's so much bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that you get to help. Like, I've cried on the phone with strangers. Like, all that stuff be touching. And that's when I finally realized, like, yo, this ain't about me. Like, people got different problems. Like, my first woman client that I just decided to check on after I sold her some products, we cried on the phone together. I don't even know this lady. I'm like, why are you crying, right? And she said, I've been trying to lose 5 pounds all my life. I said, 5 pounds?
Right.
I'm like, I do that all the time. I'm like, I do that all the time. I lose 5, gain back 11 all the time. I do that all the time. You know what I mean? For birthdays, for vacations, I do that all the time. And I mean, not really realizing it. But she went on to lose 100 pounds, right, with me, right?
Is that your biggest loser, basically?
Basically, yeah. Yeah? Yup. Wow. I got a few of them now.
How long did it take?
It took less than a year, but that was her work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took a little less than a year, but that was her showing up for herself. She had another mission because soon as she hit that number, she sent me a picture of her when she was 14 years old. And she was like, this while we was crying on the phone together. I'm like, okay. Damn. Right?
Man.
And she said, listen, I'm the smallest I ever been at 40 years old since I was 14 years old. Wow. That shit changed my life.
Wow.
That shit changed. I'm like, that's who I am. That's who I am for somebody now. Like
that's dope. Does she get the BBL?
Yeah, like
now?
you can't.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Don't answer that.
Like you can't take that back, man.
Yo, that's huge.
And that was huge for me. Like that was huge for me. Like there was no looking back after that. Like I show up, like regardless of what I'm going through, because it's like when we was kids. We ain't go outside. We was scared to miss something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right, it was like, dang, I gotta go outside today because I'm scared I'm gonna miss something. You know what I'm saying? So.
How does that feel? Like, do you feel the extra pressure of, you in a position to change a person's life? Now, at the end of the day, it's their work, but you basically, like we say, you put the battery in their back.
Right. I used to be like that in the beginning, right? I used to be like stone cold. So excited because what happened for me, what happened for another client, what happened for another client. But I remember, and it happened early on, but I remember I promised somebody that they can lose 15 pounds by their birthday, right? Mm-hmm. And she didn't lose the 15 pounds and she was hot.
Oh.
Like I promised it to her, like, oh yeah.
What was the time frame?
Yeah. The time frame was probably like 2 months. She was showing up here and there. She was doing it here and there, right? But she was so hot. You told me, you promised me, you said I was this, that, and the third. Guess how much pounds she lost?
Nah.
11.
Oh. She asked for her money back?
11 pounds. No, she didn't ask for her money back, but she was hot.
Gave you gas.
She quit.
She quit.
I ain't never seen her again.
Really?
She quit.
I bet she got 20 pounds on there.
Yeah. But that was my fault, making that promise to her. And I'm like, I made that promise. It's nothing. Before I was like, but we arguing back and forth. Right. Before my personal development, we going back and forth. What? You lost 11 pounds.
Let me ask you a question. Are you still making guarantees and promises?
Hell no. I'm the total opposite. I'm so like, you know what I mean? I'm so raw, like no Diddy. But I'm so raw. Like, I'm so raw with my clients. Like once they tell me what they want and what they need, it's my job to hold them accountable. Like I don't smooch, I don't hug on them, I don't tell them you could take a day off, everything gonna be all right. Like I remind them of the things that they told me. Like, listen, all right, yeah, I gotta lose this weight. I wanna live for my family. And then they'll call me and be like, oh, you know what? I can't make it today. I'm like, what about your family? Like, I'm not saying, oh no, you deserve a day off. No, don't worry about it. No, you just told me you gotta live for your the doctor just told you that if you don't lose this amount of weight by this amount of time, there's a possibility you may not be here. That's the conversation in the consultation that you had with me.
Wow, I never thought about that.
So
really?
that, like, you'd be surprised, like, why people come running to you,
right,
to lose the weight. Right. Like I've had even clients like that. Like I've had clients that was like, man, listen, remember when I came? Because I'll tell them, like, they'll be like, I need to do this. I need to lose 100 pounds. I used to do this, that, and the third, so forth and so on. And then I'll show them the price, and they'd be like, swipe my card. And I'll be like, damn, she just gave me $1,000.
Real quick,
she just paid $1,000 for this program.
That's Tasha. You got anything for him? Because you making all type of faces and looking around. So what's up?
It's not that. We have a lot of similarities. I'm certified to be a personal trainer.
Nice.
Bodybuilding. I did it because my mom, she was overweight. She was about 400 pounds.
Wow.
So to have a mom that's got to take over 30 pills, that has to live with depression because her weight came from trauma. Right. So her weight just stuck to her for years. And the way that you talking, the 14-year-old pig, like I look at that, like my mom was small all her life. Mm-hmm. When she had me, she got real big. So I know how that cry felt. Mm-hmm. I know how that the people that they be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then they give up. And it's like, no, you gotta fight for them. Like your clients, you gotta kind of like be their air. You gotta push them to be like, yo, like, you screwing up.
Right.
Like, because they're gonna fall off. They're gonna have friends and influences that are like, oh yeah, you know, I could just go and eat real unhealthy today, you know, just because it's cheat day at 12 a.m. I'll be good. But that 1,000 calories is going to jack you up because you're supposed to really consume a certain amount.
Language. I see it in his face.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
You supposed to be hitting certain workouts to lose this weight. You're supposed to be waking up. You're supposed to want to lose this weight as much as you want to breathe. You're supposed to be like, you know what? I'm going to do this for me.
Right.
When they doing it for other people, they don't be motivated. But when they do it for themselves, you see a whole different person. Yeah. That's why when you was sitting over there telling me about it a bit, I was like, oh, I'm going to like this. Because this is up my lane. This is what I like.
Yeah.
So you a bodybuilder too? When did
that? She just snuck that in on y'all.
Yeah, I needed. It's so many things to be learning. She did my daughter's hair. Like she just like. So number one, hold up. Let me ask you. So you're a bodybuilder.
I went to school to MPTI.
So did you actually have to go through the full process of being a bodybuilder? Or did you just put your leg behind your head and they just made you a body?
When it was so funny. It's this yoga pose, and only really flexible people can do it. And my teacher was like, you can do it, but nobody else can. So he was like, go ahead and do it. So I'm all like, you know, and then I do it, and everybody like, whoa! And I'm like, what is whoa for? Like, you don't stretch every day? Like, you don't, like, this is easy. This is like walking to me.
It's easy work, right?
Yeah, like.
All right. So
you're an entertainer.
I want to go back to you. So we talk about cheat day and all that, right? Right. How many days you had cheat day, Kings Cafe?
Man, listen, that's where I started at. I'm telling you, that's where I started at. But once I got so present on how they say 80% nutrition, 20% fitness, right? That's the key model, right? So I just modeled that, and I tried to do the nutrition as much as possible to the point where I can say that it's not working for me. I wanted to prove a point to everybody that was saying, oh, that was around was like, that the nutrition was not working for me. I never stopped drinking. I come from the party and club world. Like I was a party and club promoter for 20 plus years, right? I never stopped drinking. I did less of it. I never stopped. I never went on like a strict diet. I never went vegan. I never went none of that. But what I did do was stay consistent on my Herbal Life nutrition program, and it outweighed the bad with the good.
Wow. So
it gave me everything I need for as vitamins, proteins, nutrients, everything that I needed. I was still drinking. I was still going out late. All of the stuff. Like I was still doing all of this stuff, and ended up losing that 43 pounds back in 2014. The best part about it, though, I've been able to keep that bad weight off ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the major part.
Yeah, and being able, like, I've manipulated my body in so many different ways those last 10 years that it was just almost like, because like you said, Kings Cafe, that was like my dream. You know what I'm saying? That was my dream, to own a restaurant, bar, and grill. Like coming up in the promoters world and meeting owners and going to them and having that vision of them, like, listen, your bar is kind of light. Let us get the door. We're gonna bring the people.
Right.
That's how we used to go to owners, restaurants and bars and things like that. Mm-hmm. So building those relationships, like when they started to invite us to their events and their parties, and I'm like, damn, like this is the lifestyle that a bar owner can have or a business owner can have. I'm thinking so much further, like, all right, I'm gonna promote my way to be able to get me a bar.
Your own job.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of got lost in myself for so many years. Once I hit 30, I was just like, man, life is what it is. I had 3 kids at the time. I was like, man, I'm just gonna be dad.
Right.
So can I ask you a question? Because you said, you're past 30. So how old are you?
I'm 43.
So
I'll be 44 next month.
With your nutrition, would you say that helps you look, retain your youth and stuff?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Like, hell yeah. Like pouring more into myself than I do anything else. Like that's the best thing that I probably could have ever did, because a lot of us, we all get caught up in pouring from a half empty cup. Right. We all get, and we'll be serving somebody with a half full cup.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be servicing somebody with a half full cup, with our half empty cup. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the way we looked at it. But once I got into this perspective of, if I just fill my cup up till it overflows, everything else can be for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you just said perspectives, and I love when people say perspectives.
Tell me why.
Opposing Perspective Podcast.
Hey.
But I want to rewind just a little bit. Can you tell us about the process and start of opening King's Cafe? I understand there's a story during the pandemic and that process. So can you go into that?
Yeah, so 6 years total. So 6 years total we've been in business.
Wow.
And I kind of like ran away from the idea because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't even know how to cook.
Oh my gosh!
And when we first started,
the second one that has a restaurant that said they couldn't cook.
Yeah.
Well, listen, shout out to you in the kitchen.
Yeah, shout out to my co-owner, man, Chad Williams, man. He was doing a breakfast store 4 years before we started the King's Cafe, man. He kept coming to me with the idea. So I actually went to school with him. We knew of each other. We went to high school together. I kind of knew of him. He was a little older than me. And what happened was he came into Herbal Life and he lost 50 pounds inside of Herbal Life. So we used to see each other all the time. So we used to go to the meetings. He used to share his story from the stage about him being a restaurant owner. And then like I was making money inside of Herbal Life as well too. So we kind of like had the same, like, you know what I mean? We was like attracted to each other we had that attraction, like path, right? Yeah. Like so many different paths had crossed. So he just kept coming to me with the idea, I want to do something different. I'm like, why you keep coming to me? Like I don't even know how to cook.
That's the universe speaking to you.
I was stuck on that, right? So I'm kind of like doing great in Herbalife, right? So somebody asked me to host a vision board party. I'm like, cool.
How is that? Like, can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so a vision board is like, you know how like back in the day we used to cut the pictures and cut the ideas out of a magazine, stick it to the construction paper, and like that's your vision, or this is your 5-year later story, or these are your careers or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let me check because I'd done a vision board before. I was like, let me check the vision board that I've done.
Your own vision?
Yeah, my own vision board, because I kind of lost it. It was in the trunk of the car. I was like, you know what I mean? I just kind of like didn't really pay attention to it. But I put these things into existence by actually putting it out there into the world. So I was like, all right, let me check it, right? So I went and I found my vision board. I was like, you know, let me get ready for this hosting this vision board party. I don't even know what to talk about, right? Because I only did one vision board. So as I pulled that vision board out, I started checking things off. Dang. Checking everything off, right? And then smack dead in the right-hand corner, I must have cut out of a newspaper or a magazine. It was a black restaurant owner. You know, that was the black business or black entrepreneur was like the headline. And there was like a black guy. He was standing over, I guess, like looking like he was asking the customers how they doing or something like that. And I'm like, damn, I've been running from something that I put in the world into the universe the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And that I hosted that vision board party in December of 2017. By February of 2018, the grand opening of the restaurant was 2 months later. We had the restaurant open.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's
the same weekend that the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh, there it is. Come on, man. Come on,
Same weekend the Eagles won the Super Bowl, man. So it was just like so many things, so many emotions, so many things like just coming together. So we opened the restaurant, that came about, and then there was a place. It was like a small place across the street. A lot of traffic, you know, it was like a takeout spot.
Yeah,
so
I remember.
Yeah, we wanted to just like, you know what I mean? We just wanted to go to takeout because the restaurant we had at the first, it was like on a bend, on a turn, no parking. And this little spot had a parking lot. So I was thinking like, this could be an upgrade, a lot of traffic, a lot of walk-ins. So we end up signing the lease, getting that place, calling the number on the side of the building, getting that place, the takeout place. And then as soon as we signed the lease, the whole world shut down.
That was right on Stanton Avenue.
We was right there on Stanton. And the whole world just shut down. We was like, what happened? We just signed this lease. We couldn't even get no contractors to come out and work on the spot. So you know what we did? We went right in there every night. They was on some stuff like you can't even be outside at a certain time when it first happened. So we was like sneaking in there, like actually doing the work. I sheetrocked the whole front of the store by myself.
Damn.
Like that's literally just went to work, just went to work and just started getting it together, man. And then we got that open, and then when we got approved by the health department and everything like that, they had said everything is shut down, but the restaurants can do takeout. And I was like, look at God. Yeah. It's working. I was like, man, look at God. I was like, you got your hands on me, bro. Like, you really got your hands on me, man. And
that's a dope story.
It was just crazy.
I really love that story. Just your dedication, the hustle, the grind,
perseverance.
Yes, you just kept going with it. I love hearing those stories because it's motivation.
And now we doing way more than takeout.
We doing way more than takeout. Man. I guess what I asked for, God was just like hitting me with
cup start overflowing.
Yeah, he just was hitting me with the let me see how ready you think you are. And he was hitting me with a little here, giving me a little there, and then he was like, I was like, we was comfortable on board in Stanton, man. We was comfortable. We was good.
Yeah.
We was like, all right, this is
the
traffic, it's takeout. It ain't too many, like, you know what I mean? Too many hiccups and mishaps. And he was like, we went out and bought a food. He's like, all right, cool. We went out and bought a food truck, got the food truck wrapped. And the day I'm driving the food truck home, got it wrapped, my partner called me and was like, hey, listen, the lawyer said it's an opportunity to get a liquor license. And I'm like, oh, damn, like we just bought this food truck. I'm like, I don't even know where the money gonna come from. I was like, I don't even know where the money come from. These are all the conversations I said to myself. And the next words that came out of my mouth was, let's do it. I didn't even know I was gonna get the money from. But it was like, the words that came out of my mouth was like, let's do it. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because I was just like God got his hands on me right now, and I gotta pay attention to the signs. Like, I'm a person that like to learn from other people's mistakes so I don't have to make my own. Mm-hmm. And that type of thing, it was just like, it was so many things happening at once. I'm like, I can't block my blessings.
What year was that?
That was 2021, I believe.
Okay.
So that was like 2021 when they started to lift everything, like the end of 2021, I think it was. And I was like, man. And he was like, all right, let's do it. I'm calling them right now. I was like, wait.
So, like, damn, give me a second.
Like, wait.
So you be having the brunches popping. You want to talk about the brunches?
Yeah, man. So brunches, man. I mean, right now we're open 7 days a week.
Y'all 7 days?
Really?
7 days a week, man. And the blessing of us being open 7 days a week, man. Wow. We got a staff of like 40 people.
Really?
Damn. So like,
I love that y'all open on Mondays. That's an advantage.
Yeah, like a staff of like 40 people, man. And just being able to staff 40 people, just being able to get people from my community, like my oldest son, he's there learning the business, working hand, foot, nail, like, you know what I mean? He's like 10 toes down with me. Just being able to put so many people in position.
Right.
But even with that, let me step it back a second, because I didn't know what was going to step up. Like when I said yes, I didn't know where I was going to get it. I didn't know where I was going to get the grape from.
Right.
Like at all. When he was like, all right, I'm calling him down, I was like, all right, right? But the thing that happened, and I had my biggest year in Herbal Life, right? Because the person that I knew for over 20 years that got me started inside of Herbal Life, right? Mm-hmm. Right in that moment, she announced to all of us that she had cancer, right? Damn. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm like, you know how your whys change?
Right.
Like some people will be like, my kids is my why.
Right.
And my mom is my why, my family is my why. But sometimes that don't make you move, because my kids don't want for nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mom, she don't want for nothing.
Right. Right.
So that's not making me move.
You gotta find another
you know
why.
what I mean? So yeah, so I had to find another why. And when I was like, when she couldn't move how she wanted to move, I was doing everything inside of my business to make sure that I was contributing to her business. And I had my biggest share in Herbal Life, and that provided me the income to get the liquor license to start the bigger location.
Look how God worked, man.
Man, it's crazy.
And listen, before, we wrap this up, you know what I mean, and we talk about what's next, I do want to ask you, like, because you're in the fitness space, right? Mm-hmm. And health is wealth, right? Talk about how important mental health is and how what you do affects that.
So mental health is everything. Like, we do a group run every Tuesday night, right? We start the run at 10 p.m.
And where's the run at?
We meet at the art museum, and then we pick different routes throughout the city. Nobody knows the route. Nobody knows the route. So when we invite people, we just tell them, show up.
Right. Just to get there.
Because if I say, hey, listen, tonight we running 7 miles, I know it's a possibility the people that was coming not going to show up. So it'd be anywhere, depending on the route, we'll run 3 to 6 miles with checkpoints.
Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday for the last 10 years now.
Damn.
Every Tuesday. And we got a crowd of 30 or more people.
That's what's up.
30 or more people at 10 p.m. And we run through some of the worst neighborhoods in Philly. But what I'm getting to is mental health, right? Mm-hmm. It's so deep because even sometimes we don't even promote it or announce it.
Right, especially in our community.
And I'll be like, you know what? I don't even feel like going. I ain't saying nothing to nobody. I don't want nobody to show up. And at 10:05, my phone will be ringing. Hey, you coming? Mm-hmm. And it'd be like, yeah, it's 30 people out here. They waiting on you. And I'll be like, I'll be right there. I'll be right there because people be needing it.
Yeah.
Like the conversation, like when I first started running, I hated running. But at the end of the run, the conversations that I had with myself, that I was motivating myself, that I was pushing myself, like simple as, man, it's about to be dark. I got to get back to my car. The faster I get to my car, the faster I get out of it. Like little stuff like that. I was motivating myself. I fell in love with those conversations I was having with myself. So I know whoever be showing up to those runs, man, it be people out there in flip-flops, Uggs.
Just to show up.
Just to show up. And I be like, this is crazy. People be running like you can't even afford running sneakers.
Right, but you here.
But you showing up here multiple times, that type running in high tops. And I be like, I know you going through something that you haven't told nobody yet. Yeah. And just getting out here with us, high-fiving, accomplishing something, running pothole to pothole, light to light, people beeping the horn, people stopping, asking what's going on, why y'all running, who's fighting. We be like, oh, like that's how it looked, man. Like in all these years that this world's been operating, people really is not present that people of our culture, our color is out here working on themselves. They be shocked. And like that's where most of our people come from. And we always got this theme like, man, group running is cheaper than therapy.
Yo, that's real. That's real. That's
like
real.
Group running is cheaper than therapy. Like we get fulfilled in so many different ways. Like people would just bust out in tears and we'll be just like kumbaya and like, yo,
it's that communion.
It's a community.
So Lena, back in 2019 is when I said I need to make changes. I was like 285, 290 pounds.
Wow.
My daughter was just born. I was working like crazy, working 2 jobs in school, doing a lot. So it wasn't until I went to the doctor's office, I was just feeling real low energy and everything. They said my blood pressure was like high. I was only 29 at the time, and they was like talking about putting me on blood pressure medicine. I was like, I got to do something. So I just started running. I went to a pescatarian diet. Had some friends that were working out. I guess it's kind of like a group thing,
like but a community.
I ain't running no 5 miles.
You will.
You'll be shocked though. You'll be shocked though once you do it.
But I was able to get down, got all the way down to like 204.
Nice.
This is when I put on like 10 pounds, you know. And she keeps talking about we going to King's Cafe, and I'm trying to get the 10 pounds.
Nah. Oh, you want me to train you? That's all I heard. I got you.
We
gonna. But I understand your story,
man. Because King's Cafe offer health and wellness too. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten. Since we opened, man, I got about 120 clients just based off people. They look at me like I'm the health and wellness police. Like they can't duck me now. Like the unhealthy people can't duck me.
Yo, you cheated.
Yeah, like, they can't duck me now. So when they see me, they be like, man, I gotta lose this stomach, man. What I gotta do, right? Because when I go in the gym, they pretty much got it figured out.
Right.
They made it to the gym. So it's like barely anybody I can help inside the gym.
Yeah.
But when I walk into that restaurant and there's so many unhealthy habits happening, it's like
you see me over to the side busting down the strips.
Yeah. And I'm eating the same things they eat, and I'm partying like they party, and they looking at me like, how are you not gaining this?
Yeah.
Like, how you not, like, where's your stomach? You over here turning up with us and you still in shape. And I be like, man, I just outweigh the bad with the good. Like I just stay consistent, and I'm constantly in y'all face to show y'all that it's possible. Like I'm not hiding. Like a lot of people hide. Like a lot of people, when they start getting in shape and they start getting right, they start hiding from the unhealthy people or separating themselves. Right. But them the people that really need us.
They need to see.
They really need to see us. Like they really need you to walk in front of them and be like, oh yeah, all right, okay. It's possible. You know what I mean? It's possible for me to stop doing what I love to do or what they think they love to do, to start taking care of themselves. Like I watch people, I be telling them, I be like, man, that's your suicide.
Facts.
That's why you don't go to the gym to Planet Fitness. Because if you ever notice, the people in Planet Fitness are usually the ones that are actually working on themselves versus the ones that's paying the $200 and $300 ones. They're the ones looking for, a guy that's interested in them, or they just doing it for the, to be in the area of everybody else. But
selfies.
Yeah, I love going
Hashtag selfie.
Yes, I love going to Planet Fitness. I see the old people in there. I be like, that's my motivation right there. You old and you doing this.
Yeah, get that motivation.
So, Leem, what's next?
What's next, man? I gotta keep moving. So first, because we like literally skipped over the food truck, so I want to get the food truck on the streets. Okay. We just opened an event space, Germantown Social Space. We just opened that in Germantown, so that's operating. We got a few events tonight, and there tonight, and in the Kings Cafe. So we're gonna be working both sides tonight. Getting that book filled up for us, the event space. We can have repasts, baby showers, weddings, all kind of stuff, man. Birthday parties.
Right.
So that's available for that.
And where can they get in contact with you?
So Instagram, I'm Lemo24Fit. Facebook, Leem Philly. The Kings Cafe is A Kings Cafe 218 on Instagram, and Germantown Social Space, same way, at Germantown Social Space on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I want to thank you,
man. Appreciate
for
y'all,
coming through,
man. Definitely, man.
It's a dope episode. You know how we feel about Kings Cafe. Whenever I'm up, I gotta slide.
Yeah, that's love.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate you coming. Listen, I want to thank everybody. I'm your host, James, aka Ralph's favorite.
I'm your other host, Adele Pennington.
I'm your number one favorite co-host, Tasha Lee.
With 2 underscores. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms, Opposing Perspectives. Of course.
And Opposing Perspectives Podcast.
There you go. And go to YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and what we got to hit?
Hit that notification bell.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, man. It's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.